Hello there, Ray here, and welcome back to the oldest vanilla survival server, ProtoTech. With the goal of farming up every item, block, and mob in the game, we push what is known to be possible in survival to the next level. If you guys are new to the series, be sure to check out the entire playlist of the episodes down below. Today guys, we're going to check out a new quarry design that was designed by one of the ProtoTech members, Comment. Now if you guys aren't watching the other members' videos, you're missing out on a lot, as we have a wide variety of quarries on the server. And if you want to learn about quarries and other automatic flying machines, Comet has a whole bunch of them on his YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed to him as well as the other members, which are all linked down below. And guys, don't forget every weekend we do the ProTech weekly event where all the members come on and work on one massive project together. And that is streamed by me as well as other members. And I'll always notify you guys of when that occurs through YouTube, Twitter, as well as our Discord. Now let's go check out this amazing quarry. So I'm out here on top of the bedrock ceiling. And another hub is over that distance. You guys see some of the piston bolts. And Comment asked me if I would make another portal here in the bedrock. It's going to link up with a new project that Comment has been working on, which is he designed a new block quarry and built it up on the server. So let's go ahead and get this bedrock broken and put in another portal so we can go ahead and hop on over to Overworld to see his quarry in action. So what I'll do is just put down 4 slime blocks, a piston here. Put a pressure plate right here. And then when I stand on it, it's going to be extended just like that. And then what we'll want to do is put some eggs on top of it. So I have some eggs in this shulker box. And I'll put them right there. Now we're going to go ahead and use the relogging trick to break the bedrock here. But in order for it to work, we need to make sure that someone else is keeping the nether dimension loaded. Or if there's some chunk loaders that are doing it. So let's go ahead and relog. And you see there we broke the bedrock. I had to move the pressure plate into a different chunk. Sometimes you run into Y0 chunks and they won't work with relogging. There's the eggs, let's remove them. And all you have to do is do it one more time. And if we look down the hole, awesome. So it broke a bunch of the bedrock, give us enough room to come in here and put in our nether portal. So it's coming with obsidian at the very bottom. And the reason why we did this is so that the nether portal blocks that are down here, we'll be able to link up the nether portal that Comment has built in the overworld. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Always want to make sure to put in something on top so that mobs don't spawn. So I'll just put in a bunch of buttons and that should stop gas and stuff from spawning. Pick up all this stuff like the nether portal. Now that one should link up with Comet's when he built over in the overworld by his quarry. And let's go ahead and check it out.
Okay, yeah, this one here is lit, so I guess you will just enter here.
Hopefully link up.
Yeah, I just saw. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, awesome. Holy moly. Dang, that thing is going, man.
Yeah, here you
Nice.
can see like the trench that it digs.
Oh, wow. It already hit stone in some of these areas.
Yeah, I think it's about to mine its first gold,
Oh.
but it will also move forward like
Just did explosive.
probably right now. Yeah, I think this will be the first gold. At least it should be somewhere down here.
This thing is massive. Oh, there you are. Oh, wow. Yeah, I see some gold right here. Oh, I'm just getting stuck in the machine. Which way is it going? Oh, it's going towards me.
Yeah, if you go like on the side here, then you can
try and go in lighter mode to go underneath of it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's even reached some gold.
Yeah, but it will move forward now, so it will start mining terracotta again.
Oh, that'll move forward. Oh no, 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 no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. Someone's get blown up by the TNT.
Yeah, I think if you're standing like on top of the blocks, it's generally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a dangerous place to AFK, man. I think you're just the safest if you just go on one of these minecarts.
I want to watch this thing move forward.
It just moved forward. Like it's already happened.
Ah.
So the TNT also moved forward and it just duplicated right after. Alright, now the rest some blocks are pulled forward, and that's like the last thing that moves forward, and then
the sweepers. Sweepers are going to the other side now.
Yeah, well, it's just a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it just launches when moving forward. It's sometimes easier to make flying machines actually get sent off when moved.
And all these blocks we see left behind, they're just ghost blocks. So if you right click them, they vanish.
Yeah. You can use them to jump over the flying machine when it comes back.
Parkour.
Yeah. I guess you can also get over it with the elytra somehow.
When you do it generates. There.
Hey,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now it's moving. Moved all the ends to a
yeah,
platform forward.
but now you have a problem because you will be swept off right now.
Uh-oh. I don't want to be swept off. Oh yeah, you can see the machine. So this side is mostly the brain side over here.
Yeah, but you actually turn it off at the other side.
Huh.
So it's also
That's
quite
funny.
easy to turn off. You just have to place like one redstone block. And that should do it.
How long did it take you to build this up, you said?
Yeah, like 7 or 8 hours probably.
That's not so bad. I mean, you pretty much did it all by yourself.
No. Yeah, but obviously the repeating segments went really quite fast, and I think what helped the most is that I designed this thing so I do know like which observers I can place like safely. So I didn't go like, alright, first the observers, then all the pistons. I just did it all at the same time basically, and just was really careful about it.
Ah, nice.
And yeah, I never once made like a big mistake where I sent off a flying machine that updated stuff.
Seems like the brains is like the most complicated part. The other ones are pretty tileable and straightforward.
Yeah, all of this stuff is like super tileable. Like if you build up like 3 segments, you get the hang out of it.
So right
The few
now,
of like little stuff I practice in creative first, like these tunnel bars, just found like the optimal way to build them. And then just build like all of these like that in survive on like 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes.
so these kind of like pick up 2 blocks in the center and then 1 on each side, so they do 4 wide.
They are like 2 blocks in between each. Oh,
Oh,
we
it's
swept
pushing
off
me.
again.
Ah, I'm getting squished. I got
Oh,
squished.
you glitched through?
Yeah, I actually got squished between a ghost block and the sweeper, and then I ended up on the other side of it. But you can see all the items that
I'll
are getting
just do it like
pushed to the end
this.
of it. Look
As
at all
long
those
as all the
blocks.
items
A
go
lot
to
of
the end.
variety. Pretty cool. And then they're all getting sent
Yeah,
over here, the water
yeah.
stream.
Yeah, it's a bit slow though. Like it's obviously the hopper only has 5 slots, so it can only pick up 5 different items. But
And then they're going
I think
into...
it will always finish before items start despawn.
Oh, yeah. You got a lot of storage.
Yeah,
Oh, it already filled up 1 double chest. That's pretty
yeah. There's
crazy.
quite a bit of sand in there though. Like all the sand that I mined are just dumped in there as
Oh,
well.
okay. I see on the bottom there.
But I think even if you take out all the sand, then it will still definitely be 1 double chest full.
Hey, you
And
got
some
some
gold and
coal.
iron. And coal, yeah.
Coal, yay. That's
We
really
will
cool.
have to sort this entire thing out in the end though, I guess.
I'm
So
sure
I'm
one of the
looking through
members will come in here and build a sorter here. And then these spikes kind of make it interesting when the actual digging quarry parts come down. They each hit a different area.
Oh yeah, like that's the cool thing about this thing. It basically follows the terrain, so it looks really weird after it mined out like 20 blocks. I hope we'll see that tomorrow. Like if everything goes smooth, then it should be around like 20 or 30 blocks in tomorrow.
Oh, that should be so cool. How deep were you saying you programmed it to dig?
16 blocks right now.
And
So
then,
it just will get the terracotta, maybe a bit of extra stone, and then it will move forward.
so the terracotta is only like so many blocks down.
Yeah, I believe it's like between 16 and 11. So if you set it to 16, you pretty much get all of it. Except in like those really big spikes. In these spikes, it can be like 20 or 30 blocks, but I don't think it's worth it to set it to 30 blocks just to get like a bit of extra terracotta.
Yeah, because right now around the edge here, we're in a little bit different biome. It's a mesa bryce biome, but once you move that way, it's going to go into like the normal, typical mesa biomes where it's flat and really consistent. Like just, you can see how solid it is. Full of
Yeah,
terracotta over there.
but even like underneath this part where I scraped off all the sand,
Oh yeah, okay. You're saying
it's
it's 16 deep
there's
there
still
too?
like, yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, 10 blocks deep there. I mean, we can check.
And you remove the
Yeah,
sand
it's just
because
8 blocks deep. Yeah, otherwise these blocks won't get mined. Like the board just slams in it and will go upwards again
Okay, here it's coming down. Let's go check out.
without picking up. So if there is like in the center, I mean you can place some sand underneath if you have like sand on you. But then it will just slam into the sand, go up, and the sand will fall off the board again, and it will just not mine anything.
So what do you call these engines that when they hit something they reverse on their own?
I think just self-returning engines.
Nice. And it looks like they're picking up like 4 wide.
Yeah, they can pick up like up to 8 blocks, but only really in the start. So after that, it will just it will catch here, and then it will just catch these 4 blocks.
And the next machine is separating the blocks from the slime.
That's all the sideways part.
It's kind of interesting how it does it. Pulls all the pistons back, uses them to remove the blocks, and then ends up putting the pistons back into their spots.
I think I'm all out of rockets. Oh no!
I have a whole bunch.
Can you please come inside the trench? I accidentally fell inside the trench.
Oh, I see you. I see your name.
So in just a moment, I will get crushed.
You're gonna have to ride.
I guess maybe
you're gonna have to ride it up.
and
hop on it and ride it.
Oh, I'm clicking valid player package received. Yeah, for some reason it really doesn't like me flying straight upwards. It will always just kind of kick me off.
So this whole row of pistons that's kind of lining up, they're going to be butted and pushing. I guess they're already being butted by the machine above.
Yeah, the machine puts redstone blocks on top right after the pistons have been placed there.
Okay.
Because it doesn't. Oh, be careful.
It's already butted. Oh, here comes the TNT.
Yeah.
Nice. So then they're all butted, so then they all move forward, pushing these blocks, and the TNT destroys them.
Yeah, you just have to update like one piston and all of them will move at this or extend at the same time.
And that way you get the 100% drop of items in this version.
Yeah, exactly. And also a bit lower blast resistance. That's kind of...
what do you think of the newer versions where they changed it so TNT will always drop the correct number of blocks?
I think it's like alright that they did that.
So it's sweeping all the items to the end, and machines are already doing more digging.
Yeah, they are launched like... The flying machine that launches them also is kind of cool, because it only has to activate in one direction. And there's like a little trick.
I see that where you have all the... You have like the pistons that are like talking to each other up here.
Yeah, that is detecting the... if all the flying machines are back, so there's basically one giant end gate.
You can kind of see all those pistons are flickering. They're trying to see if they can reach other end.
Yeah, and only when it reaches the other end it will activate. But it's also like the timings of these pistons, like the clock that I'm using here, you might just think, alright, you just slammed a bunch of observers together to get like something nice here. But the timing is actually pretty specific because it's kind of the same speed as a flying machine that will fly in that direction. So I believe this is like a 42 game tick clock. And the flying machine that will fly in that direction will cover exactly like 4 blocks of 42 game ticks.
A lot of moving parts all at once.
Yeah, just for the unloading. I mean, when it's moving forward, it has like a lot more flying machines even going. But those only have to go when it's moving forward.
And of course, this whole extension that's in front of the machine is all about the TNT dupers and also moving them forward.
Yeah, it's doing both, yeah. But I don't think you can really get that any smaller, because you can't just have like one TNT duper that flies sideways.
Oh, here they come. Nice.
But TNT, like the repeating parts really are not that much work to build.
Oh, really?
I think it's... Yeah, well, in terms of hours, I think the repeating parts took like 4 hours and the logic and stuff also 4, like roughly, they were roughly equal to each other. But repeating parts, I don't know, they just were a bit more fun because otherwise you would just have to like switch to the different worlds all the time.
Did you end up building it using kind of like one client in creative and one client in survival, so you can kind of see everything?
Yeah, just like got an old separate laptop that I just flew like through the logic, and then I could see different parts. And quite a bit you can also remember.
Yeah, I would guess after you did like a couple of them, you eventually catch on.
Yeah, the repeating segments were really easy, but for the logic that was a bit more difficult. But you know, when you finish the logic almost entirely, you can just kind of do it from memory and know like, oh, this wire is supposed to connect with that, and then you can just wire it. And if it's like one block different from your original quarry but still works, it isn't really a problem.
Oh yeah, I guess. Like as long as you have the right components, you don't doesn't really matter where you put them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, space-wise, it's kind of cramped in here, so you don't have a lot of room to play around with. But I mean, if with one wire you just go sideways one more block and then upwards, and with another component you first go upwards and then sideways, for example, it doesn't really change anything.
Okay, so you didn't have any issues with like update order.
No, I think, well, this quarry here works in this direction. I mean, if I download it and try it in other directions, it might not work because it changed a few things. But like the base quarry works in all directions.
It looks very cool with all the different colors that are coming through, like a big color palette.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, how many colors of terracotta are there, like, naturally?
Let's see, the normal, like the just normal
I mean,
terracotta.
I guess we can count this. This should pretty much have all colors.
Okay, then we
See, one,
got,
two,
looks like
three,
there's a
four,
gray
five,
color,
six. I can
brown,
count at least like 7.
a red, a yellow, a orange,
It's gray and white.
oh, and white. That's at least 7. So your TNT gets duped and then it sets for a little while and then it gets released.
Yeah, there's like a little timer flying machine here that just goes back and forth. Well, that creates the delay.
I love how straightforward this query is. When you try to explain a query, the way you have all these pieces like separated makes it really easy to understand.
Yeah, I think it's basically also, it's not like the size is not overwhelming, basically. Like, you can pretty much see every part.
Yeah, it's very airy.
Yeah, except for like the size, but I guess it's yeah, so airy because like all the wires are basically how do you say it, replaced by these flying machines.
That's very smart. So you're able to really simplify it as a compromise. It's just a little bit slower.
Yeah, exactly.
I really like it. I really even like your little sweeping thing that sweeps back and forth, picks up all the items. It's like if you didn't have that, you had to put in all the water streams and stuff. That's so annoying.
Yeah, the water streams will be a lot more work. But I was like, well, since this thing is like since you already used like the sideways flying machines, why not use them here? I mean, it does kind of create like a max length that the quarry can be before items start despawning.
True.
There already was like kind of a fixed length to it anyways, because after it's like a certain width, it doesn't really make sense to make it faster anyway.
Oh, speed
Mm,
wise. But of course, I mean, if you're like lazy, you only want to build the
yeah,
brain piece once. Like you're not restricted by
yeah,
anything,
I
right? Other than
no,
despawn.
well, yeah, the despawn, that's and render distance, I guess.
Like there's really just not that much to this. Like there's like really nothing underneath of it. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's like the greatest part about it. That's I didn't have to do like any preparation work. I mean, for a normal quarry, the preparation work would already be like 7 to 10 hours.
I mean, like the other queries that you've designed in the past are really impressive, but there's something impressive about this just because of the simplicity and like probably ease at which people could build this up in their survival worlds.
Yeah, I think so. I just have to right now convince people how easy it is to build up, I guess. Well, that's kind of why I built it up myself. That I didn't just like say, look how easy it is. I mean, I have no experience in survival anyway, but I can tell you how easy it is. I mean, that's not really convincing, but right now I've built it up in survival, so I guess I can really say that it's easy to build up right now. The TNT is about to be activated again.
I'm gonna fly as it activates.
Yeah, there it
Here it
goes.
comes. The main tileable pieces are like the TNT dupers and the actual bore machines. Everything else is on the sides, kind of like just sitting on the side waiting
Yeah,
for their timings to come so they could take off and do their little task.
Yeah, and the endstone platform, but
Oh
I
yeah,
guess it's
I
really
almost
nice to
don't
just
realize
start.
that.
Yeah, but it's really nice to just start with this platform. I mean, you already placed like, I don't know, 1/10 of the blocks in like a few minutes, and you have some space to actually stand on when doing the rest. So I really like this fact about the endstone platform.
If you wanted to make it more movable, we'd only have to figure out how to like get this this water stream to storage system thing movable.
Building water stream, I think it might be possible, but to be honest, it's not that bad to actually build this water stream. I mean, you already have to prepare the area by mining out the sand, so.
We don't have to mine out the sand though, right?
Yeah, true. Well, underneath the water, you kind of have. I said it can handle sand, it can handle water, but not at the same time. That's pretty much like the only weakness about the quarry.
Yeah, I think having the idea about the movable water stream for 1.13 would be kind of a cool thing to play around with. I went to the far end of this, and it's like pretty far now, so it should last quite a while. It's gonna kind of look pretty cool, the terrain that's left afterwards.
I think it will look extremely cool if it actually like mines out all the terracotta. Because you can kind of see like the shape of the mountains right now, but inside the stone. That would be really cool. Like it will still be the same terrain, just the terracotta is gone.
Man, the V shape this thing is making as it's digging is so cool to watch.
It's also like if you make it dig further down, you'll just see like a V shape kind of expanding, because as you go deeper, the V shape will actually get bigger as well.
Huh.
So each time you move forward, it starts like really small, and at the end, like pretty much all the flying machines can be gone, depending on how wide you make the quarry and how deep it left. I probably should take it out. Oh crap! Okay, the TNT is gonna take it out for me. Oh crap!
Comet blew up. Yeah.
No. Okay. Can you
Uh,
please take out the items that I just placed?
Rip.
um.
Um,
What?
do you
What?
see it?
What?
Because otherwise, it's actually might gonna crash. Like
Did
I
you?
just placed a few blocks on the end stone.
I don't see any blocks of endstone.
Okay. If you go to like the other end,
Oh, okay. I see you walking around.
yeah. I slept here
Okay,
a
I
moment ago,
see
so I promise you.
items.
Okay,
No
yeah, but
blocks,
then
right?
yeah, but then it took them out. Like the TT took the blocks out.
I think so. It looks
I
pretty normal here.
I even had like glass protection armor on. Oh, there are some items on the ground here as well.
Yeah, I think some of it went down. The rest of it's gonna go in the storage system. It's gonna store your items. It don't matter if any
Am I allowed
players
to
get
see
stuck in
that?
there.
I guess it's fine. I thought I really jumped off like early enough, but I guess jumping off is kind of the wrong decision, because the TNT actually explodes a little bit like in front of the endstone platform.
Really? Huh. Here comes your helmet.
Yeah, I think
It's getting pushed along.
down.
Look at all the items.
Yeah, I missed my helmet, and I think that's it actually. I still miss my yeah, a lot of chests as well. Slime blocks. Oh, that's for the slime blocks that I just placed probably.
I guess I picked up some random stuff.
Oh,
10,000
quite.
slime
Oh
blocks.
no! Oh, it's happening again.
Oh,
Uh, I've like 2.5 hearts of health left.
dang. And Khappa did a whole video about this type of query, as well as many other queries that he has designed. Designed several different types of query over the last few years, which is really cool. And you can find all that information on his YouTube channel. If you guys haven't already, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to Khappa, as he makes tons of crazy fly machines like this, and it's really cool to have them built up on the ProtoTech SMP server. That way they can be doing work for us, mining out tons of blocks, and we don't have to. We can just come back here and collect all the items. So make sure to show Khappa some love on his channel. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me as I have fun in survival. Bye-bye.